Okay, so I've unpacked all of Boomar's box here, and there is some very cool stuff, some very normal stuff. So I'm gonna get some of these fantasy castings out of the way. Don't know, don't care, and yeah. And then there's a Corvette GTX. These are what I call like mundane everyday castings, and that's fine. That tuned thing, cartooned. But okay, so here's one that's very cool. Look at this, a Fast and Furious, the Supra from Fast and Furious 2, I think. And I think that's our own champions. So that's cool. Blah. Cool, but I mean, I have a couple of these. Here's a really cool one. Look at this. This must be like a Muscle Machines or something. And it's a 69 GTO Judge. That's very cool. Here is an open Mustang, like the carded one. I mean, different graphics, but an open Mustang. Here's a really cool old Buick custom casting from Hot Wheels. The 3 portholes, pretty cool. The little Henry J dragster, cool. And there's a bone shaker. Here's a very cool Firebird, nice stock details like that. Here's one. Here is a Johnny Lightning. I think this is from the Thunderjets era, when they were sort of weirdly proportioned. And he's got a couple of those. Or I have a couple of those. Another concept car, I believe a Chrysler. Very cool Alpha. A couple of dragsters. Old hot rods. Another Corvette. An open 50th anniversary twin mill. Nice Trans Am. This is one of my favorites. I've had the Hot Wheels and Matchbox versions of these over the years. I love these old 68 T-Birds. And so that's a sweet casting. Chevy SSR. Another Johnny Lightning. Again, I think they're Thunderjets. This is a Cougar Eliminator. Doesn't look very Cougar. That's why I say these Thunderjets. They have those sort of weird cartoonish proportions, but they're cool. Hot Wheels Barracuda. Old 57 T-Bird. Let's see. Another Johnny Lightning GTO convertible. This is an odd one. So this is a melding of the Richard Petty 43 Blue with Cheerios. And this is a Hot Wheels 74 Dodge Charger. Very cool. Speaking of Dodge Chargers, here is the more modern Charger. Very cool casting. And we're going to take a look at some of these ones up here. So one of the weirdest things was these tiny little plastic cars. If I can get that. So this is like a 1950 Ford, or I don't know. I can't read that, but maybe later on camera. There's a few of them. Here's a 57 Chevy with the hood. I mean, this is really, really cool. I don't have any idea. I'll have to ask him where these came from. I mean, here's a 58 Impala. So I have, that's awesome. And then this little custom pickup truck. Looks like the windshield's gone. Here's another odd scale, 57 Chevy. And just for comparison to a full size, or how's that, huh? So some very cool stuff. I guess among them, my favorites is this Richard Petty Superbird. Racing Champions, man, it's awesome. And then this old Galaxy, and wow. So a lot of nostalgia, a lot of great pieces. The Tomahawk motorcycle with the Viper V10, right? That's a Dodge. So that was very generous of them. Very cool additions to my collection, and just a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Thanks.